The ANC in KwaZulu-Natal says it's ready to take bold steps to rescue the province from a deepening service delivery and governance crisis. The party gave an update on a series of political and developmental interventions following engagements with its alliance partners. Newzroom Afrika's Nobuhle Morise was at that briefing and she joins us now live. Nobuhle, good afternoon. I suppose one of the key issues there when we talk about service delivery and governance crises in that province is tougher anti-corruption measures. But is this just a talk shop? When will we see real results?
A very good afternoon, Michelle. And yes, indeed, that is something that was discussed here at this media briefing following that summit that was held, a two-day summit over the weekend with the ANC's alliance partners on local governance. And you'd know that the provincial task team has taken a no-nonsense approach when it comes to corruption. And part of that alliance over the weekend was them speaking to councillors at their level, saying that they need to be at the forefront of ensuring that there is proper governance at municipalities. But also one of the biggest talking points that came out of this media briefing today was the issue of Itala Bank. And we heard the ANC saying there that they are the ones that have championed the fact that Itala Bank will not be liquidated. I do have with me the provincial task team's convener, Jeff Radebe, and I want him to expand on this. Thank you very much. One of the talking points that you mentioned here was the issue of Itala Bank and that the ANC is the reason why we're seeing the bank not being liquidated. And one might argue that, you know, in the province particularly, the Treasury Department has also been at the forefront. Speak to us about what you mean when you say this is an ANC, championship in terms of Itala Bank not being liquidated.
Well, first of all, in March of this year, our provincial task team that I lead, we had a courtesy call to His Majesty the King, Mrs. who gave us strict instructions of saving Itala Bank. So our commitment to good governance and also understanding the plight of our people, especially in the rural areas and in township, we made sure that we intervened by speaking not only once but on several occasions, even having a meeting with the Minister of Finance in Okotongwan to ensure that Itala Bank is saved. So we're happy today to announce that that has happened. Itala Bank will not be liquidated. What will be happening is that is issuing a guarantee to Itala Bank, not only those who are below 100,000 rand in terms of depositing to Itala Bank, even those above, to make sure that it is not liquidated. But what is more important is what happens going forward. So as we understand from the Minister of Finance, his officials of National Treasury will be speaking with the officials here in KwaZulu-Natal to ensure that there are specific steps that they need to take in order to ensure that the operations of Itala are in accordance with the Reserve Bank and all Treasury instructions so that we don't come back to the same situation again.
Mr. Radebe, I want to circle back to that summit that was held over the weekend with regards to, the 54 municipalities in the province. One of the questions that my colleague Michelle has asked, if this is not just a talk shop, we heard you, over the weekend speaking to councillors, saying that there is a no-nonsense approach and you are towing down on corruption. Maybe expand for us on this.
Well, I've been repeatedly saying that our being here as a provincial task team, I'm not here to kiss babies. I love babies, but we need to kick butt. The service delivery challenges that we're having here in KwaZulu-Natal, where monies that have been appropriated in various municipalities not being spent and being returned to National Treasury, is a travesty of justice when we have lack of water, infrastructure services, roads, and so on. So I'm happy that it was not only us as the ANC, we had our alliance partners, the SACP, COSATU, as well as SANCO and other progressive formations speaking with one voice that away with corruption. Whether that corruption wears an ANC T-shirt, we do not care. We want capable officials who must be able to serve our people with honor, with dignity, without fear or favor, and non-interference from political chiefs here. So that are the marching orders that we agreed upon.
Speaking on non-interference, a question was posed from one of my colleagues in the media around COGTA, following the statement that was read out, whether you feel that COGTA is deliberately, targeting ANC-led municipalities?
Well, it's common cause that the utterances and the actions of the current MEC of COGTA in KwaZulu-Natal seem to be overly interested in those municipalities that are controlled by the ANC, not forgetting about those that are under his jurisdiction. So we want fairness, that the law must apply, whether it's green or black or red. Law is the law. It must not have eyes. As we all say, justice must always be blind.
Mr. Radebe, I know that we can't unpack the entire media briefing that took place here, but just before I let you go, speaking on the RTT structures, maybe expand a little bit on this, and as a question was posed with regards to, are we going to see any conferences take place? Your answer to that was that your priority at the moment is to ensure that the ANC goes back to its former glory.
Yes, indeed, as I've just indicated, that all these regional task teams are consisting of capable cadres of the ANC, including Don Gumede, the grandson of the once president of the ANC, Belinda Scott, a former MEC for Finance, Zetlu Zipo, a well-known former trade unionist and a member of parliament, Natim Dladla, a veteran of the MK Liberation War veteran. So these are just the example to show you that we mean business about this regional task team, whose main responsibility is to rebuild and renew the ANC. Once all the members of the ANC are aligned with the new membership system that the National Executive Committee has outlined, then we can think about the issue of conferences. It is in our minds, but the immediate priority is to strengthen, rebuild, and renew the ANC at a grassroots level.
Thank you very much. That is the convener of the provincial task team here in KwaZulu-Natal, Jeff Radebe, and you would have heard him there speak to the fact that their priority at the moment is renewing and re-strengthening the ANC in the province. Back to you, Michelle.